This is a simple quilting block that you can make, and it's a great scrap busting project. You can make it with 2 or more different prints to create this whirlwind style design. I've used 4 different prints in this one in particular. The finished size of this block is 10.5 inches square. You can make yours smaller by using smaller strips or larger if you want to make a larger block. So let's get started. So we'll need to cut 8 strips of fabric measuring 2.5 inches by 9 inches. And I'm using 4 different prints, so that will be 2 strips of each print. So there's my first 2. Second 2. So that's 2 strips of each design, making 8 strips in total. So we're going to sew the strips into rows of 4, like so. And then the same with the other ones. So we'll sew these right sides together to make 2 squares. So that will be your 2 squares sewn together, rectangles I guess. So then we're just going to press the seams on the back. And we'll just press them in one direction. Like so. So now we should have 2 panels looking like this. We can cut those down to 8 inches square. You can save your small, tiny little scraps, and they're great for stuffing cushions and stuffing toys, so don't even throw those ones away. So now what we're going to do is cut these squares into triangles. So on my cutting mat here, I've got this diagonal line which starts from the bottom here and goes straight up diagonally. So I'm going to follow that and cut this square into 2 triangles. So going from corner to corner, so that you have 2 triangles like so. So we'll do the same with the other one. From corner to corner. And cut. So now you'll have 4 triangles cut from your 2 squares. So now that we have our 4 triangles, we're going to arrange these into one big square. So all the top points need to meet in the middle, and it's best if you do opposites. So as you can see, this check is opposite to that one, and then these ballet shoes are opposite to those ballet shoes, going in the same directions. So those ones are going in the same direction, and these ones are going in the same direction. So then we'll take these 2 and go right sides together and sew. And then the bottom 2, right sides together and sew. And now we'll press these seams to one side. And then we'll piece these back together and sew right sides together. So we'll just give that another press, and that's your quilting block. So we'll just trim off all these little points that are sticking out. So from here you could add a border and make it into a cushion cover. You could add a border and make it into a bag. Or you could start to join lots of these together to create one big quilt maybe. Now I have put together another one in a slightly different way, and you'll see from the 2 patterns that they've been pieced together a bit differently. Just to see the different effects you can make with these triangles. And you can see if you start to piece them together, you can make some really interesting shapes with these, depending on which way you do it. And here's an example of what I've done with one of these blocks before. This is a tote bag made in the same technique, and I've quilted around each triangle twice as an echo quilt. And then the same is on the back as well. So with my block, I just added a border of green and turned it into a bag. But there's many things you could do with these blocks, and they're dead easy to make once you know the technique. You can find instruction on how to make this bag on whatkimberlymakes.com. There's a tutorial there with all the measurements and step-by-steps of how to make your own. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like this video if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Bye!